Welcome all you Virgos to your solstice reading, and of course you in the northern hemisphere will be going into the summer solstice, and those of you in the southern hemisphere will be going into the winter solstice. This will cover the months of June 21st all the way up till September 22nd, when we'll go into the equinoxes. But for this reading I am going to do something a little differently. We're going to start off by just seeing what energies that you're coming into the solstice with. So we'll start off with these energy oracle cards, and just FYI, all the cards I use in a reading are listed in the description box below. But we're going to give this a shuffle, and then we'll see what energies Spirit wants you to know about coming into the solstice. So for our Virgos, what would you like them to know about? Nope, none of those. Okay, they want that one right there. And you have the Temple Path. Beautiful card. That's card number 12. We'll put that right here. And let's see what energies this talks about. Of course, this is all about spiritual purpose and support. So this is the energy you're coming up to the solstice with. And receiving this card represents your own spiritual evolution. So the winding path you're on leads to a blessed temple in a lovely garden, symbolizing the spiritual destiny your soul has had in mind for this lifetime. Wow. So this card upright is telling you that what you're going through now, or have been going through up to this point, is all part of your soul's process. You are on your karmic path and heading in the right direction, and the choices that you make now are important for your personal growth and life lessons. The lights around the temple here represent the spirit world, your family members and friends and angels and guides, all the loving spirit helpers who long to assist you. Call upon them and be open to their wisdom and inspiration. This is a wonderful, life-expanding time, so keep in mind your personal priorities as well as your spiritual connection. Following your higher intentions will help you move your life forward in dramatic ways, and connecting with spirit and your higher self will have a wonderful influence on all that you experience. Wow. I love that. So this is perfect. You are on the right path. The little winding road, this little spiral that you've been going on here, is bringing you to this beautiful place that you're entering into the solstice with. But there is this, I love the just the emphasis on connecting to your spiritual self and your the spiritual realm, all those spiritual posse of beings of unconditional love and light you have on the other side. They're all there along with you. You're never alone, helping you along the path there. We are going to take the Tarot of Dreams and get clarity here, and I'll give these a shuffle first, and then I'll tell you what each of the stacks is as I pull cards. One more time. All right, so first, Virgos, I'm going to pull at least two cards over here that represent your past. What has brought you up to this point coming into the solstice? So for our Virgos, okay. What else? Okay, jeez. All right, so we'll put those right there. And then this is going to be on your current trajectory once you reach the end of the solstice. What does that look like for you? What do they want you to know? Okay, nope, they said not all those. Keep going. Okay, there we go. Okay, and they said those too. And then up here, I'm going to pull some cards to represent what Spirit wants you to know about the solstice, the Creator. Okay, what else? Wow, these cards are talking to you for sure. Okay, and these as well, and that one too. Oh my gosh, okay, so they got a lot to tell you about up here. And then down here is going to be your shadow. Your shadow is a piece of yourself. It's like your subconscious and your spirit and your soul. It's kind of all this mixture. It's your tour guide that's taking you on this tour, taking you down this path. And they kind of show me, this is the yellow brick road, and so this is what's helping guide you along your path to get to the Emerald City. But so this is like think of a tour guide like at Disney World or even like Universal Studios. they know what's going on behind the scenes and below the surface, so they can give you the skinny on some things that are going on. And so that's just what your shadow wants you to know. So for our Virgos, yep, and they said these 3 for down here. All right. So let's jump into these. So what's brought you up to this point? Yeah, you have the Knight of Swords. So swords are your thoughts, your beliefs, your mindsets, your attitudes, your expectations. And the Knight of Swords, all knights have a quest because that's what knights do. And the Knight of Swords is in pursuit of the Ace of Swords. The Ace of Swords basically is this tool. It gives you the ability to connect to the higher realms and learn those capital T truths, those that are connected to unconditional love. It also gives you the ability to cut away the small t truths, which are the supposed truths of our ego, of our human side, those popular opinions and all those expectations that we learned all along. And so it gives you the ability to cut away those things that were holding you back and restricting you. Yeah, and then you also have the Magician. Magician is your higher self, and usually they'll have like the I don't see it on this particular one, but they'll have the, I guess the infinity symbol is weaved into his wand. Actually, now that I looked at it in the camera, it's right here. I can see it from far away. So that represents your higher self, your infinite self. And it shows you the ability that you get to bring down the power of who you are, that unconditional love energy through you and into the world. You have everything you need in front of you. You've got all the, you have the cups and the swords and the wands and the pentacles, everything you need in the physical realm to express that to the world. So obviously, you're on a very spiritual path, at least recently, if not for decades. And this is like telling you that because you've connected to that and you've been in pursuit of this higher truths, that's what's brought you to this beautiful point, and why they're so excited to connect to you and help you on this path, because you've been making such beautiful groundwork because of all this. And then we'll see if you stay on this path at the end of the solstice, what will that look like for you? Yep, and you have the Eight of Swords. So as I was talking about with this Ace of Swords here, this is basically you moving to a new level in your thoughts and beliefs, because you've been cutting away those thoughts and those beliefs that no longer serve you. You realize with this card that this is you, and what's been trapping you. Usually they're blindfolded, bound, and surrounded by swords, which shows all that constriction and feeling trapped. And this is basically that you've set yourself free from it. You become aware of it during the solstice even more and more, because you have this Ace of Swords in your hand. It tells me that you have found so many truths on your quest for that. And then you also have, because here's the King of Swords. So a lot of air energy going on here, and this means that you have conquered this. He's holding on. Normally he just has one sword that he's holding, and it's the Ace of Swords. So that would have told me that, yep, you have grasped your Ace of Swords. You're using it to slice away so many things, and you're in your power. You're connecting to higher truths. So I love that. And then what Spirit wants you to know during the solstice here, and I love that this card came out. This is unique to this deck. It's called the Tree of Life, which is based on the Kabbalah, or the Kabbalah, however you pronounce it yourself. And it is all about the journey from your higher self that we took to come down here to experience our human self. So we come down here on purpose, for a purpose. We took specific paths to be able to get down here and to experience the humanness. But now, once we wake up to that we're this, we start our journey back. So this is that path to the temple. In fact, I'm going to put that one right above here. So again, they are basically giving you this message saying, yes, all this is happening on purpose, for a purpose. Even this restrictions, everything that you felt in your life, every single moment of your life has been on purpose, for a purpose, for this path. Yeah, because you have the King of Coins. So you have the King of Pentacles. I'm going to put them above the King here. You have the Queen of Wands. So that is beautiful. Actually, I'm going to put her above the Magician here because she has a lot of that same energy. And then you have the Lovers. Actually, I'm going to put them right here. And then you have the Palace of Cups. Holy cow. This palaces are also unique to this deck. So all of this tells me here, oh my gosh, this is crazy. I love it. So the Queen of Wands, of course, the Wands is about your energy, your drive, your ambitions, your passions. She is so connected to the spiritual world. She's a lot like the High Priestess, which is the mate to the Magician. And they have this ability to go into the subconscious, to go behind the scenes, to connect to the spirit world. She has so much energy and so much drive. She gets stuff done. She can laser focus her energy, but all the queens, in addition to their suit, which she has all this fire, they also all have water, which gives her the ability to connect to her intuition and to the spiritual realm. So she makes these decisions, and it's all about this path, that these decisions that you've been making, you have been pursuing higher truths, but you've been allowing your intuition to guide you. And so this is like, yes, continue to do that. Because you also have the King of Coins, which the King of Coins or King of Pentacles is this message about finding your higher, your worth based on something higher and internal rather than the outside world. So this goes very well with what's going on here with the cutting away of all these thoughts and these beliefs of who you were supposed to be, you should have been, need to be, have to be, must be to be lovable and acceptable. Basically, the King of Coins on his journey through all of the Pentacles suit, he learns that when he looked outside of himself for his definition or his worth through relationships or situations or things or body, that they were let down because those things are unstable. People change or pass away in relationships, so that's unstable. Situations never stay the same. And of course, our bodies and our possessions and our bank accounts, all those things in the outside world are temporary. They, deteriorate, they burn down, they're stolen, they are unstable as well. And so he learned that when he was looking outside of himself for his worth, that he felt unstable because all those things were unstable. But when he looked inside of himself, then that's when he found the love. He found out who he really was and defining himself by who he really is, not this temporary character we're playing, but the actor behind the character, this powerful, eternal, supernatural being made of unconditional love is where he learned to define himself from. And that's why he's made it to his kingliness. So I love that with this journey and everything you're in. And then you have the Lovers and the Palace of Cups. Cups are our emotions. And this Palace of Cups, you can see that this is way below the surface of the water. This is deep within us. This palace that you're building, this palace that you've built, this place that is secure, this place that is safe for you to feel emotions and love. And that all has to do with, that innerness, because you have the Lovers, which the Lovers is about emotional choices. And for me, you have a choice between two always. Every moment is an emotional choice between unconditional love and the fear of losing conditional love. So you can see how all of these work so well together and such powerful cards. I mean, you've got the Tree of Life, which is a huge card. It's very unique to this. You got the Palace of Cups, which is a huge emotional card, very unique to this deck. You got a Major Arcana and then 2 Royalty as well, both the Divine Masculine and Divine Feminine, Divine Masculine and Divine Feminine. So you are having this joining together of this energies within you too. So some amazing, amazing messages from Spirit for you. Oh my God. And then let's see what your shadow has to say. Yep. Shazam. So the Tower, the Tower is all about that what has been removed out of your life or brought into your life has been on purpose for a purpose, like we were talking about before with this tree of life too, that there is this beautiful story that connects it to the Wheel of Fortune too, that before you came down here, your soul chose you to represent the character, to be the avatar that it was going to walk through this life with and experience life through. And it chose when you were going to be born, and where, and also when you will withdraw out of your body and have your death scene, your end scene, right? And all these fated events that it wanted to experience through you, through that. This is this whole path that's been designed and rolled out for you. And it's a beautiful awareness that comes with that, because it does tell us, like it said, that everything happens on purpose for a purpose. It was all pre-designed. But within each of those fated moments, we still get to decide what story we want to put to it, what interpretation we put to the story or the situation that's coming, and what emotion we want to feel as we go through it. So we move from this feeling like we're on this out of control drama train that's about to leap off the tracks and explode, and we realize that we're on this beautiful like a monorail train that's connected to the track that can't fly off, and it happens, and it has all its stops that happen exactly on purpose for a purpose. Where the Tower comes in with all that is this is basically saying that a fated event, or it's telling you about all your fated events. And I kind of feel like they're telling you the story of it's all this path that you've been on has been on purpose for a purpose. In fact, I want me to put this one here because this is all about on purpose for a purpose. And so these fated events, there's like, if it's a fated event that was a relationship or a situation like a job, education, something, or finances, or your body, or your bank account, whatever it might have been, this thing was in your life on purpose for a purpose. But for you to experience the next fated event, this thing needs to be removed for you to allow for that. And so when this thing gets removed, or all these things that were removed out of your life or brought into your life and then out of your life and back into your life and out of your life, all these fluctuations throughout your life up to this point have been on purpose for that purpose, not happening to you. So you move from this feeling of being a victim to life, that life happens to you. It's some sort of punishment, and these things are happening against you, that you feel like, wow, this life is happening for me, and you feel like royalty. I mean, literally, you feel like royalty. So I love that. What else? Yep, you have the 7 of coins, which would be the 7 of pentacles. Put this over here. And then you also have, my gosh, you have the World card. So this is a good message here, because the World card is the highest card in the major arcana, which represents major ending of cycles and new beginnings coming in for you. So with the Tower and the World here, there is the solstice basically is going to be this change, and look, all the changing of seasons in here too. So you have this change of season that's happening over these next 3 months, from that June 21st all the way up to September 22nd. And the 7 of coins basically is about your worth in your outside world, how you're looking at things. You can see here that the coins are ripening, but her basket is empty. And it's like, okay, she's waiting for the harvest. It's not quite ripe yet. So there are some things that are still unfolding for you, but there's a season for everything, and it takes time. That's one of these messages too, is that you don't harvest in winter. You harvest in autumn, and that's when things are harvestable. You don't harvest in spring because things are growing. You don't harvest in summer because they're still growing, right? And so this is this message about timing. Just go with the flow, allow, we don't change from the outside in, we change from the inside out. So all this beautiful journey you've been on has been doing so much and growing so much on the inside, but that, it'll make its way to the outside world eventually. Just be patient with it. There's also this message that as you go through the solstice, that some of the things that you wanted before, you're not going to want anymore, because you're going to start to see the fruit of it, and you're going, I thought I wanted that, but no, it's okay. And it's okay to change your mind. You can sell off that tree to someone else, give that away, and then spend your energy on your new direction. We're also going to get some additional advice from Spirit for you during the solstice from these Wisdom of the Oracle. Let's see what else they would like you to know for during the solstice. So for our Virgos. Okay, that's one, and that's the other. So the first one is #blessed. And that's card number 22. It's a powerful master number there, which is about understanding the two of you, and it is 2022, but this is understanding the two of you that are living this experience. You have master number 11 is like you've mastered your ego fear adventure, and 22 is that you're mastering your awareness of your higher self, your spiritual self, which is so in line with that. Yep, and then you got the Yang, number 1. Magician again, number 1, right? So you have this beautiful, masculine, powerful energy coming in. And the blessed, they just wanted to not read that one. They wanted to mention this is about mastering your spiritual connection. 22, I have this video series they had me start, free one on YouTube, called U times 2, which I'll have stamped or time-stamped, or mentioned. Linked is really the word I was looking for in the description box below, and I'll throw a link at the end of the video too for the playlist. But it is about getting to know the two of you that are living this human experience. That's what 2022 was all about. All these twos. And so this definitely is this message to be aware of that you're so much more than your human side, that you are a powerful, supernatural, eternal spirit being made of unconditional love. That's your true self. The human, like we talked about with the tower, avatar that you're experiencing this world through. And let's read the Yang, because that is the divine masculine energy. Very powerful. So it's the masculine principle of movement and creative activity, the power to make things happen, taking action. So you have the Queen of Wands here too, the Magician, this beautiful, powerful energy during the solstice. They're like, you have wonderful opportunities for great movement in your path, along your temple path here. And it says Yang represents the power of action, the energies that propel the world forward, and manifesting thought and desire into concrete form, which is what the Magician energy is all about. Now is the perfect time to act, for you can easily build momentum and make headway. What you want will come to fruition if you proceed confidently. That's this energy here. This card signifies new life and is a sure sign that obstacles have been overcome. There's no reason to hesitate. You are the shaper of your destiny now. Yeah, definitely. This tower here talking about, this things being moved out of your way. Obstacles have been removed. The major endings, major new beginnings, ending of cycles, new beginning, change of season. Very beautiful. Then your final card we're going to pull from is the Cosmic Journey Oracle. And this is just basically, if you take this action, if you have this focus on your spiritual side, like it talked about here, realizing how blessed you really are, focusing on all the beautiful things that are happening in your life, what will that add? What will your end of your solstice look like if you kind of heed the advice? Let's take a look here. If you take action, right? All right. Yeah. So if you had a question for this solstice of, should I sell that house? Should I go on vacation? Should I, go on this new adventure in my life? That would be a hell yes. All right. So what's your final message here for our Virgos, please? Nope, none of those. Okay. Here it is. You've got look at that. To be enlightened, lighten up. And look at here. Spiral. The spiral path to your temple. I love it. Just can't make it up. I love using a variety of cards because confirmations are so clear. I love it. And that's card number 29. So I'm going to put that right here. Rainbow. And let's see what message comes with this. What more could you want, right? It's incredible to realize that everything you see around you and every element you are made of was once inside an exploding star. It's true. You're made of stars and born of earth, but also co-created by plants and bacteria and fungi. As Carl Sagan put it, the cosmos is within us. We are made of star stuff. We are a way for the universe to know itself. So then why are you taking yourself so seriously? What do you want the universe to know of? Darkness and struggle? Or light and joy? Your cosmic journey can be whatever you make of it. You get to write your own punchline and finally be let in on the great cosmic joke. Laughter is the greatest medicine. Do you remember the last time you really laughed? Like the belly aching, stomach tightening guffaw. To be enlightened requires you to lighten up. So part of your path here is about lightening up, right? And the cosmic catalyst question is, ha ha ha, what's the great cosmic joke? Question mark. Get creative and draw or sketch it out too. So create a cosmic joke. What do you think is funny, right? And the little cosmic checkbox for this is watch your favorite comedy and laugh your bohiny off. That's your assignment. I love this for you, Virgos. I know, I have a lot of Virgo friends, and I often say to them, why are you being so serious? Because they get into that analysis side of them and, plotting and analyzing, and they're grounded and they're and so it's fun when they laugh because it's sincere, and you have such beautiful, beautiful smiles when you're laughing it up. So I love this for you. What a beautiful reading for the summer solstice and winter solstice for you. And if you are looking for more messages of love outside of this, in addition to these readings, I also put out monthly readings for each zodiac sign, weekly energy updates for each zodiac sign, and a few other types of videos throughout the month. So if you don't want to miss out on any of those and be notified immediately when they become available, if you give this video a little thumbs up, click the like button. Also click the subscribe button, and that gives you access to this notification bell. And when you go in there, if you select the all option, then you'll be notified of any new videos that come out on this channel. Also, doing those things helps spread the love, because when you like a video or you share a video, you comment on a video, and especially if you subscribe to the channel, doing those things makes the YouTube algorithm so giddy and wants to share the videos of this channel with other people as well. So if you feel inspired to do any of those things, I'm definitely grateful for that. Also, these are general readings. If you're looking for even more specific information for your specific life, I do offer personal readings, and all that information is listed in the description box below. Right, beautiful Virgos, as you have this amazing solstice period, please know that every second of every day of your life that you are unconditionally loved by the Creator of all things. And of course, I love you too. Have an amazing solstice, but I'm sure I'll be talking to you very soon. And in the meantime, you hang in there and you take care.